it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in. We're going to talk about what's going on in town.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Cindy Cochran here, all by myself. All by myself because Mark is still sick. And I'm not trying to sound sexy or anything. It's just my voice has starting to give out on me. And I hope I'm not getting anything because I don't want to be sick. But it is... what time is it? 10 o'clock, 10:03, January 7th, 2014. We're still on the air in this new year, and it's Lone Star Internet Radio. And I'll be with you all this hour, and I hope you call me and talk to me about anything. I will talk to you about anything you want to, I promise. And because Richard, who answers... He doesn't even answer the phone. The phone rings. He just gives it to me, so he's not vetting the calls. He wants to see if somebody can really embarrass me. Isn't that right, Richard?
That's what I was telling the listeners this morning.
Okay, so, see, I never know what he's going to say. Before I get here, he's talking to his audience, and he says all kind of weird things. I got here early today, and yikes. I don't think I can live up to it, Richard, and I don't know if I want to.
He's got to try. At least try.
Oh, my word. But it's still cold here. It was 18 degrees at 4 a.m. 18 degrees. So I'm glad that Mark is not getting out. Mark, get well. If you are listening, please get well. I miss you. You got to be in here helping us get through this. But I'm going to try and move forward and do this right and make you proud, Mark. But, you know, speaking of the cold, when you warm up your car, how long do you take to warm up your car?
I don't.
You don't warm it up? You
No.
just turn it on and go? That's so unusual. I think it's your age. But that's right. The cars of today do not need to be warmed up. You don't have to warm them up.
It's going to get warm eventually.
This expert, that's right. This expert said there's no need to sit and let your car run before you take off because the cars don't need that. They don't need that babying, maybe like they did before, but they don't need it. Our bodies do. It takes a while to warm up, and I think maybe that's why people feel like they've got to treat their car like a baby. You know that commercial I reminded you about, where the guy's sitting there and he's got this hose and this huge baby and he's spraying the baby and then he's trying to keep the shopping cart from hitting it. I can't tell you how many people I've told about that commercial, and they said, I didn't get it. What was that commercial about anyway? I said, the baby is his car. He babies his car. And they went, oh, I didn't understand why it was such a big baby. Why it had to be such a big baby. And the baby's playing with the tires at the end. So I don't think that their advertising agency may have gotten the message across well by not making that clearer. So anyway.
Well, we just value babies more than cars, and I think that that mentality's gone. That's like more of an 80s mentality.
Of babying your car?
Yeah.
Oh, no. There's guys that get trucks. Guys that get trucks are terrible about babying their cars. But, you know, we have a caller. Some sweet person called and is going to help me out. Caller, what's your name and what would you like to talk about?
Cindy, is this you?
Mark! I recognize your voice.
You know what you can't do is listen to the show while you're talking on the phone with it.
You know, I thought that was an
work.
old-timey myth thing. You know, you really can't because I can hear the radio in the background.
Yeah, I had to turn it off. I am so sorry. Hey, did you mention you're getting sick?
Well, this morning I woke up and I'm going like, oh, what is happening here? So, and my voice sounded like I was getting ready to go into laryngitis. So, I don't know. But, you know, I forged ahead and came on in. I'm not going to wimp out. I'm not saying that you have or anything because I know you had, you know, like all the flu symptoms and stuff. I don't have any of that stuff.
No, well, that's good. You know, I think I'm feeling better today. I think I'll be there tomorrow. I don't know if the listeners can handle it.
Oh, they will be so excited, Mark.
I am so sure. What happened to Big Al?
Big Al wimped out too. Man, he started giving me so many excuses. I was like, wait a minute. Let me write these down. But
why do people have such a hard time saying no?
Well, they just don't want to make you feel bad.
Screw it. No.
Well, I mean, they're not. Everybody's not Not everybody's like your girlfriends, Richard. They can tell
They
you
just
no.
tell me no.
That's
They don't
right.
know. They don't tell me no.
That's-
They tool around. I'm like, all right.
Oh, Mark, he's got.
This is terrible. Does that attitude really get you girls? I just got to know. I mean,
Well, I mean, I don't
seriously.
really say no a lot, but when I need to say it,
I
I'm going to
would
say
guess
it. I'm not
so.
going to beat
I
around
mean,
the
you
bush.
talk about going, I don't know how many women I'm going to take with me to wherever you're going. Holy cow.
See, he heard that. He heard that. Well, we're going to have a little. Bring him down a notch or two. A story in just a moment about a date that never was, and how he handled it. And he sets himself up though, for if it doesn't happen, it's okay because he didn't really make it sure it was a date and stuff. So we're going to talk about how he needs to be a
Hey,
little
I
more
can
specific.
pull any
about,
reason I want just to make myself feel better.
Of course you
Mark
can.
knows all about that.
That's of course you can.
It's the stuff of sitcoms.
Are made of. That's exactly right. So you've been lounging around, and Kay's been feeding you chicken noodle soup.
No, I mean, she's been cooking the meals and she's been doing very well. It's just when you don't have energy to do anything, you just. But what I'm finding is what I really hate is once I get up and start moving, I actually do have some energy. I would rather lay there and say, "Hey, woe is me."
Yes,
But,
yes.
Anyway, I this is not the flu. I've never had a
Yeah,
fever or anything like
the
that.
theory around
Good.
Lone Star is you have gout again.
Gout again. Yeah, I tell you, I am taking pills for gout, but and this is so interesting for everyone, I'm sure. But what it does is it gives me acid indigestion, like really bad. I can drink and eat, so I either get gout or I get the acid indigestion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just eerie, fascinating. This
Well,
is,
people that get over 60,
Oh, my
they
word.
always talk about how you can't go more than maybe 2 minutes before you have to talk about what's wrong with you.
That's why you're allowed to buy cannabis with a AARP card.
I would probably try it right now.
Mark!
No, I got stories when I get
Uh-oh. Confession
If,
time.
Dick, if you had the cameras and all set up right now, it would be so scary.
Hey, what are you saying? What are you saying?
What is that supposed to mean?
Excuse me. Let's back up on that. What you said was...
For me, I look. Kay had somebody to come pick her up, some lady, and Kay was upstairs, so she didn't come down in time. So I had to go out and greet the lady. And after they came and left, I went and looked in the mirror, and I just look horrible, And Kay didn't say anything, the lady didn't say anything, so that was kind of the sickness in me, I hope.
Well, this is what you hate. The worst is, though, when somebody comes up and goes, "Oh, poor thing, you must feel awful." And I go, "What?" And they go, "I mean, you just look like you feel terrible." So I start getting that catch in my throat. Well, I haven't felt too good.
Exactly.
I didn't
This
look
is,
bad.
Cindy, it's even worse because when you look this terrible and they don't even mention that you're probably sick. That's not good either. Well,
Mark, you don't keep yourself pretty all the time. So
yeah, I'm going to give it a shot to start.
Well, you got to get ready for the cameras.
yeah, you got the makeup person coming in,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We'll
that
have.
will be. They better bring a paintbrush.
and they'll see a silhouette of you because your back's to the window.
Yeah. What do
Yeah,
you
oh,
see?
good.
Yeah. What do you see is his camera shots or like I paid for him or something like that. But we're gonna see how he does, making us look good. He's got a wide shot. It's wide enough for me. I don't know about him, but his wide shot is
From
able
Montgomery County. It's wide enough for Montgomery County.
Okay, it's wide enough for me then, because Montgomery County is big. Yeah, see, in Texas, everything is big. We have to keep telling people that before we go on the air. But
They'll realize it when they drive here.
Oh yeah,
It takes
Yeah.
5 hours to get across the state.
that's true. You're exactly right. We are big, and when we do things, we do it big, don't we, Mark?
Oh man, you should have heard the song that went on just before you went on the air.
I heard that
What's
song.
wrong with Texas country? Texas cooking.
Oh, nothing. Just man, I got to go eat something.
That's
I
what
know,
I mean.
it's
It
a
made
good
me
song.
hungry.
Puts me in the mood
something
for
greasy.
food.
Something
Hey,
greasy.
It's a great
before I
cannabis
hang
song.
up, save me a phone call. I just sent the email again. Actually,
Hey, we're not
twice.
having a private conversation here, are we?
Okay, but just at some juncture, let me know if you got it or whatever.
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Who does that? Who calls into the radio show? Hey, man, did you get my email?
Well, this is like this is reality. This is
Yeah.
behind the scenes type stuff that people get to listen to. But you are listening to the show, right? You're getting through the whole show and listening to
Oh, yeah.
everything we say.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you taking notes?
Pretty much until I go fold the clothes. But yes, I got it. Cindy, you're doing a wonderful job, young lady. You just hang in there.
Sure.
And boy, you're not.
It's
looking,
only 2 days.
unlucky.
You guys are little babies.
Listen, I came up here in 20-degree weather to be on the air with you.
That's what they were
Richard.
saying last night when I was at Do for the Java Jazz. They were like, I'm so surprised you guys showed up. It's so cold. I'm like, what does that even have to do with anything? What does it matter if it's cold? It's warm in here.
Well, in Kentucky, it was cold enough for this guy to decide he's not going to do a jailbreak, and I thought that was pretty funny. He said
Whoa.
it was too cold. They found out about the plans, but he called in and said, he turned himself back in and said, I can't do it. It's too cold out here. So it spoiled that. So there is some good that
There's
comes
his
from this
value to
cold.
freedom.
Yeah,
Right.
it's warmer in the jailhouse. I'm going to get
Did
some
I
food.
hear that your grandkids are there? Or did I just not hear that right?
No, they're at school. Today's
I
the first
figured they
day of
would be,
school.
But I thought maybe school's closed because somebody saw a piece of ice or something.
Yeah, that's right. But
And I wanted to talk to them. That would have been cool. But,
I would have. They would have loved to talk to you. Cindy is at
sure
home.
would.
She's sick, and everybody at our house is trading, and we just keep getting this virus. We can't go out. We can't even get out of the house to get away from each other. And but Samuel was well, and he went to school, and he is all happy that he's back. The kids they couldn't wait to get back home. We try and make it as miserable as we can for them at home so that they can't wait to go to school. That is so true. That is so
kids
true.
are just nuts, you ask me. That makes no sense. When did they start making school enjoyable? I don't know. I did my part, but I just couldn't do it.
That's what I mean. It just has to be boring enough at your house to make school look good. That's my purpose in life. But you've got to get yourself so well so that I can take, because I'm going to be off Thursday. Remember, I'm off Thursday. And tomorrow we'll just have a celebration of your health, okay? And
Sure.
so everybody, there's the reason to come back tomorrow.
No, I'm joking.
No, I almost did, but I thought, I don't know what kind he wants. It's too cold, and he's
I know,
okay.
yeah,
He's got
don't,
cake.
don't, yeah. I've had to
I
see.
talked myself out of it.
Look, I'm killing your time. Go ahead, and we'll look forward to tomorrow.
Okay, you take care. Stay warm.
All right.
Get on the covers. Okay. You're on the Mark and Cindy show. That was Mark. He's not here right now, so it's just the Cindy show for today. But I'm going to be right back. I got some crazy things to talk about. And please call in. You saw how easy it was for Mark to call in? 936-647-3776. We'll see you in a minute.
Nobody's home.
New Year's resolutions typically focus on self-improvement. You know, like losing weight, quitting smoking, or exercising more often. This year, why not resolve to do something even more lasting? Improve the life of a child who suffered abuse and neglect. I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates in Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in foster care. Kids removed from their home because of abuse. We need people just like you to advocate for these kids. It will be the best resolution you make this year. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit www.casaspeaksforkids.com or call 936-441-5437. That's 936-441-5437.
Do you ever wonder what's going on in the business community? Are you looking for ways to get plugged in? Cassandra Roshan here, Director of Membership Development with the Greater Conroe, Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to invite you to tune in to Chamber Chat. Tune in the first Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. so you will be in the know for all Chamber happenings for the month. Each month, the Chamber offers 2 free lunch and learn sessions, a networking breakfast, business after hours, membership luncheon, as well as many other special events throughout the year. I will give you a rundown of all programs and events for the month, as well as interview our speakers and hosts of these events. So grab a cup of coffee and tune in to Chamber Chat the first Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. Chat with you then.
See, Mark, that's how I feel. All by myself. And I wanted that song because I was going to be all by myself, but it also relates to what we're going to talk about with Richard. What? Yes, we are. You pull that microphone down in front of your face because you promised we could talk about this.
No, but I think it's more important to talk about the word no. And just being able to say it and feeling comfortable saying no.
Well, nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. That's why they hem-haw, or they just don't show up, or they just, hope you forgive them. But I think that it's the way that you make a date. Because I listened to the way that you told the girl what you wanted her to come to this place, and it was so sketchy. The whole thing was just not there. It wasn't together.
You want to go to a back alley with me?
No,
It's gonna be like 20 degrees, 11 o'clock. You want to go?
You wanna? You say, I'm going to this place, and I'm gonna go have a good time. It's gonna be great. Hey, if you wanna come out and hang out, that's fine. I just don't. How would she?
It's kind of weird because
feel?
I'm still gonna go regardless.
I know, and they know that, so they don't feel bad about not showing up.
Well, that's what I mentioned earlier. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, but I was just trying to have a conversation with you.
But Richard, don't you want the girl to feel like it's a really big deal that she's going to show up?
More importantly, I'd rather enjoy. I mean, the music was good, so.
Oh, you're such a denialist.
Yeah.
It's besides being a millennialist, you're in denial because you don't want to accept the fact that she had no idea what it was that you wanted her to do. She didn't know. She didn't know that you really wanted her to be there.
I gave the itinerary. What else do you need?
A little emotion, a little affection, a little, I would be really thrilled, honored, and if you would be there, because it'll make it a lot more fun. I just couldn't have as much fun if you weren't there. Could words ever come out of your mouth like that?
Well, I've never experienced anything like this, so I can't really base it off that kind of stuff.
You mean not?
I never been to
up?
Java Jazz. I never been.
No, wait a minute. You've never experienced somebody, dumping you or what?
Yeah, every day.
Every day you experience
Rejection's a
something?
normal part of my life.
That's why you're so jaded? Is that it?
No, I'm not. See, this is why I kind of didn't want to bring it up because you go at these angles. I said it's not a big deal, and it's disappointing. But what else? I mean, what can you do?
Were you going to follow up? Are you going to call her and say I was really
I'm
disappointed?
not backing down.
Okay, there you go. What, are you going to call her and tell her how disappointed you were that she wasn't there and it wasn't as much fun without her?
Oh no, probably not. Because I did have a good time. Like
I
really
don't want you
did.
to lie.
So yeah, I mean, I had a great time. It was fun. I encourage everyone to check them out. They play on the first Monday at the Do-Si-Do Music Cafe. It's a jazz band.
And, what are they called?
They're called Uptown Jazz.
Uptown Jazz at Do-Si-Do, because you think of Do-Si-Do being that's
the big barn. Do-Si-Do Music Cafe is on 1488.
Oh, okay, so that's a different.
So
okay, all right. Now Jared is going to be at Do-Si-Do.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I think he's at the Music Cafe too.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And
it's a beautiful venue.
Really?
I like it more than Do-Si-Do, the big barn.
Because they try and make it. I haven't been there. I've never been there. I have never been to Do-Si-Do.
Well, it's a different atmosphere because at Do-Si-Do, that's more of a date. That's like because you pay $80 for a ticket and then
what?
Yeah, you pay $80 or it fluctuates because they have local people play. It's not $80. It's $10, $15. That gets you into the door, but the $80 includes a meal.
Oh, okay.
And it's the expectation is you be being quiet the whole time. And so it's for a show, like it's a dinner and a show,
like a dinner theater.
But like the music cafe, it's just like any other cafe. They serve coffee, they serve mixed drinks, they serve good food. I'm a big taco person. I had some tacos, but I like that atmosphere a little bit more because it's more open. You're not
Now, that's
forced
where
to sit here and look at this person and not talk to your date.
Now, is
or talk to
that's
your
where you
friend.
ask her to meet you? Is at the
Yeah.
cafe thing? Okay. Would you have paid the $80 for y'all to have dinner
No.
at the Do-Si-Do?
No.
Okay. Well, that's smart. I don't blame you for that. That's one where I feel like if you're going to do it, and she's working and making good money, she should pay her half.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't consider going to the Do-Si-Do. That to me doesn't sound like that's not a fun time for me. Like
Yeah.
I just said, I wouldn't want to go there because I'd be like, I want to talk the whole time,
Right.
and then I wouldn't be able to. I'd probably get looked at. I'm like, who's this guy? This jerk. Kick him out.
Well, and the more you drink is the more you talk. Are you
No, I mean, I talk the normal amount.
okay?
I'm the same.
Okay.
I like having conversations with people. And if I'm going out with you, I want to talk to you.
Right. Right.
So-
I think that's true. A lot of
Because
guys.
if not, I'll just say no and I'll leave. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm out of here.
Because you have no problem saying no.
No.
Yeah. He was trying to tell me no today, and Mark will appreciate this. I cannot email anything to Richard. Every time I try and email something, it's not going. So he said there's something wrong with the settings.
What's funny about this is I had an interesting thought. Is
Uh-oh.
when you're younger, when you start at 5 years old, you go to preschool, and then you go all the way to grade 12, and then it's up to you to do whatever the heck you want.
Where are you going with this?
I wanna say they need to have a school available for people 45 years or older, no matter what, because it kind of brings them up to date how to work things that are common with, like, say, our millennium in millennialist area, I guess. But no, because I know my parents have no idea how a lot of stuff works, and it's
Right.
just I'm like, well, I bet you when I turn 45, I'm gonna have no idea how most of this crap works.
That's right.
And I would love to be able to be taught.
So why don't you treat people who don't know the same way you want to be treated when you're 45 instead of being such a condescending jerk?
Because I'm allowed to.
Because you're sitting behind the big desk. Mark, wait till you see the desk, the surroundings that Richard has built for himself. His dad said he looks like a judge. And if you're walking by 208 North Main and want to look in and see what Richard has surrounded himself with, he looks like we're neighbors and we're talking over the fence. And
Well, yeah.
it's great because you don't see
I'm
all
Wilson
the
from
wires.
Home Improvement.
What?
Wilson from Home Improvement.
That's it.
Or is that something you need to learn at 45-year school? What Home Improvement is?
Because I came in, I can't get my phone to email him, and so he's looking through it and going, saying, well, too bad, because he has this rule that if we email the songs we want, or if we want to use something off the internet or YouTube or something, has to be in how many hours in advance? 24.
I would prefer 24.
24 hours. 24 hours. And so I told him, I said, first of all, like Mark is sick, and so I'm having to try and figure out what the show's going to be by myself, and it's okay, it's fine, and I enjoy it, and I am trying to bring this stuff to Richard. I can't email it to him, so I come in here early and say, could we do this? And he goes, nope. He likes to say that, no. Well, the mommy in me comes out, and Richard became very understanding and said, okay, well, this time is a special time, and because Mark's sick, and my email, I showed him, I had all the emails there, but they just were not sending, so I've got to go over to Verizon and find out what it is, what setting is not right, that
So
it
you're
just
going to
sits
school. And please,
And
when
I
you go,
yeah.
don't just let him do it.
No,
Don't be that person.
You're right. You're exactly
Learn
right.
what's going on.
No, when you go to the phone stores, and you just hand it to them, and they will do all the stuff, and then you have no idea how they got there because there's no troubleshooting
And
after
you
that.
explain to them before you hand them the phone, but like, can you show me how to do this? Instead of, hey, do this. Can
That's
you
right.
show me how to do this? Because that's what I do.
That's true. That's
If I
a
don't know
very
what the
good
heck's
point.
going on. Like my brother, he's 10 times smarter than me when it comes to a computer, and I'm like, hey, slow down, show me what's going on.
That's right. And being computer savvy or editing savvy or shooting savvy and all that stuff, that when somebody's first time that they're doing it and they're trying to make it work for them, you just have to be patient and be flexible, Richard. I mean I'm finding my wife, the girl, did you see that girl look at you? That was these girls walk by here every day, and we don't know, and they wave at Richard, and So there is truth behind what he says. I'll have to, he can back up what he says about all the girls.
there's a reason why I make these rules. It's not just because I like being hard on you guys. It gives y'all time to prepare for the show. But also, if I play the wrong version, we've done that before. I remember with Bob Smiley, we played the wrong one, and it just made us look like fools. I don't like looking like a fool.
It didn't. It was fine. We rolled with it.
I felt like
okay.
a fool.
Okay, but that was your own. You made yourself feel like a fool
because we could be better. If I had it 24 hours in advance, that would take care of that problem.
No, you're so right. And if we had producers and we had people to do this stuff,
you're so lazy. How hard is it?
I'm so lazy. I come across that fence right now. You better be sweet. I'm gonna call your mom and tell her.
Because I called you lazy.
Yeah, because I'm not lazy.
Here we go. We're on the air fighting now. This is great. My argument point is, you haven't been able to. You've been having trouble with your emails since day one of the show.
But then I went and got it fixed.
No, because you still. I remember a week ago you said, "Hey, did you get that email?" Mark called. We get the email, and I go, "No, I didn't." Oh, there you go. There you have a problem. Got to fix it.
But then I finally got that song "Farrell," "Happy to You," and then it was like I thought I was good to go. But then I found out everything what I was doing, trying to send to you, was sitting in my outbox. Do you know, I just realized why that email got to you, because I did it from my computer, not my phone. That was it. So the settings are bad on my phone.
We've identified the problem. We need to get rid of your phone.
No,
just get rid of it completely.
No, and I need to go to school.
Could you live without your phone?
Could I live without?
Yeah.
Sure. Ask Mark. Ask anybody that tries to call me. I can live without my phone. Hey, you know what?
That girl can't. That girl can't. Who walked by? She can't live without her phone.
Yes. Actually, we are the warm-up act for Chamber Chat that'll be coming up after this show.
Yeah.
And we gather the audience, and
they're really tuning in today. They're like, "Where's Mark? He's not here." Click,
click, and they're off the air. But Chamber Chat will be up. The Conroe Chamber of Commerce, very powerful place, and they'll be up right after.
I don't know if they can handle the desk though.
Wait till they see the separation, how you have separated yourself from them. But anyway, this is Cindy Cochran, and I'm on the Mark and Cindy show without Mark because he's sick today. And it's about 10:30. We're coming up again on a break, and you are listening to Lone Star Internet Radio.
I'm Lauren Maddox for Lone Star College System. Start the new year off healthier than ever with Lone Star College Montgomery's annual Healthier You Wellness Expo and Job Fair. The college is currently seeking sponsors and booth exhibitors for the event, which takes place on April 3rd. Any business that offers a health-related service to the community, be it medical or fitness, emotional well-being, or even financial health, is invited to showcase their products and services at the event. And it's all for a good cause. Proceeds from sponsorships go directly to scholarships for students in health-related fields. Different sponsorship levels are available to accommodate all budgets and business sizes. Make your commitment before February 3rd to be eligible for the early bird discount. For all the details, visit lonestar.edu/healthieryou. I'm Lauren Maddox for Lone Star College System.
Hi, I'm Joyce with the Corner Pub in downtown Conroe. We're located at the corner of Simonton and North Main, just across the street from the courthouse. The week starts off Monday with open mic hosted by Alan, and Tuesday nights open mic hosted by Jeremy Bankhead. And on Thursday evening, McFarland Jams. There's nightly drink specials available every night, all night. And don't forget, live entertainment every weekend. To see a full list of events, visit our website at thecornerpubinconroe.com. So come join us at the Corner Pub, where the deli is open late.
Howdy, howdy, folks. Cable Smith, host of the Lone Star Outdoor Show, inviting you to join me Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 on Lone Star Internet Radio for Texas' premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor talk show. So pour yourself another cup of coffee and pull up that stool a little closer to the old campfire, because if you can catch it or kill it in Texas, we're going to talk about it. That's right. Bucks and ducks, gobblers, monster bass, redfish, trout, and a whole lot more. Plus, you never know what outdoor celebrity is going to drop by, from Phil the Duck Commander Robertson to fishing legend Bill Dance or everybody's favorite uncle Ted Nugent. Heck, we might even mix in an interview and hear some brand spanking new Texas music from one of your favorite Texas musicians like Robert Earl Keen, Brandon Ryder, or the honky-tonk kid himself, Aaron Watson. Loved or hated but never ignored, it's the Lone Star Outdoors Show with me, Cable Smith, Saturday mornings from 7 to 8 right here on Lone Star Internet Radio on irlonestar.com.
I am all by myself today. This is Cindy Cochran of the Mark and Cindy Show. Mark Hader is out, but he's feeling better. He did talk to us at the beginning of the show, and he does sound so much better than when I talked to him.
He
a
had
couple
his
of
cannabis, right?
No, we're going to find out why he said, "Well, I would if I could." But and he had stories.
Well, you heard about the discount you get. Double ARP card, you get the discount. I can call. I wonder
if they do have a discount.
I really got to. I bet somebody brought it up
when they came in. We're like
the yearly board meeting. Hey, what kind of discount should we get for cannabis? That'd be so funny.
Yeah, come in there and show your ARP.
Well, you know that one guy will. Well, hey, can we try to get a discount?
Well, there were the people in that long line that was waiting to go in there and buy some.
What did those kids sell? The coupon books.
Yes,
they're gonna be featuring coupon books.
Yeah,
we get a Groupon deal.
That would. Be...
Hey, just do that Groupon deal for Marijuana High.
Now that would raise some money for those school funds. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
That would be great.
Well, speaking of President Obama,
nice connection there.
No,
that makes sense.
No, it just happened. President Obama just got back from vacationing in Hawaii. Did you know that?
Isn't that where he's from?
Well, he went to vacation there. He took a vacation, and he did.
So he went home to visit family?
Probably so. But while he was on vacation,
your stomping grounds being Hawaii.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be very cool.
It'd be interesting, especially be a mailman there.
Oh man, but it's like hot all the time.
Wow, man.
But it's if that's what you like. But while he was on vacation, he was asked to comment on the scientists in search of the effects of global warming and them being stuck in the ice in the Antarctica. And he said he didn't want to comment on an ongoing investigation, but it had been quite warm where he was. So I think that's something that we could...
Oh, wow. Here we go. Here comes the Colonel. Let's peel the onion here, find the real problems.
He never said that. But it's something like I felt he might say. So I don't want to put words in his mouth.
So you just made that up?
Yeah, I did. But you sucked into it because you believe that's something like he would say.
No, I didn't. I go, you're full of it. Where's the receipt?
I'm going to sell it to Leno. He can use tonight on the show. But Leno said that he was talking about this big speech that President Obama made about how that the global warming and the degrees of everything rising and the sea tides rise and all that's going on, how it's going to hurt the economy. And he was predicting all these things were going to happen. This was in November. And so Leno talked about that and said the only reason if it was hot or he felt the heat, it was from him sweating because of what was going on in the administration. That's what Leno said, not me. But then he said the funniest thing. He said, it has been so cold here that Barnes & Nobles have taken all the books on global warming and put them in the fiction section. I thought that was pretty good. That was fun. That was funny. And it could be true, too. But I think that if the global warming part of people believing that and how passionate everybody was, and the kids coming home and telling me and reading the stories and how bad that we were causing all this, that the people were causing this. And now it's kind of, coming back on them, and people don't have that kind of trust in what they're saying. A lot of people don't believe this anymore, and that Al Gore is kind of made to... Are you commenting on
something the president never said? Is that what's going on here? You open up with a false statement, and then you go on to talk about your agenda?
Look, it was. I told you it wasn't a false statement. I made it. It was a false statement, and I said it was. If I had,
so you can bring it up and talk about it.
Yeah.
So you just made that up. That is so.
No, that isn't. I told you that President Obama.
We have a trickster in the studio.
No, wait. President Obama came out and made this big speech about what all is happening because of global warming.
Okay.
And then the next month, the scientists going to discover the effects of global warming, get stuck in the ice, and all the people trying to get them. And so it's not it's not there. It is a hoax that has been played on us. Don't you agree?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, you just go ahead and your little.
I'm really thinking about that. What do we call this 45-year-old school? What should we call it? I think this is a great idea. Like, you just go for a year, and it's kind of like the Y. It's just open classes.
You're having a squirrel moment, aren't you?
No, I mean
I'm
that would be
talking
part
about
of it.
global warming.
It would be information about how to better live your life with the new advances in technology. How to have a cleaner Earth.
Okay, what does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
What about global warming? You gotta. I mean, there's definitely.
You think
education.
people need to be more educated on global warming?
Well, I mean, like I said, the word. People need to change the word.
No, they're
'cause
changing
it's too political.
Now
it's too political, and there's
polar core or something.
You can't deny that there are some things changing in the world due to us being here, the way we are living. You can't deny that, especially with the forests, the way we tear down rainforests
we
and
just
all
got
that good
here.
stuff.
You think we just got here or something? Do you know what lightning does to forests that set them on fire? Then the ground is richer after the fire, after the
I know.
trees have burned, and they grow up stronger trees. So it's like somebody thinks that so egotistical that we can destroy this earth, and like God has nothing to do with it. Like, go ahead, just destroy it. Go ahead. I don't care what you do. Everything you're going to do. You know, we have bombs and things that can blow things up. But after they've blown things up before.
You can't live there for a while.
But it comes back. It all comes back, right?
Yeah, after we're gone.
Well, so what? I mean, that's what I'm saying is that, you know, we can do a lot of damage. You're right. We can do stupid things. And to try and treat water and make water cleaner is great. That's wonderful to have fresh, clean water. We're so blessed. We have, you know, that we have technology and that we're learning about this. But to say that we can't, you know, the things that they're trying to restrict because they feel like we're causing the ozone layer. Remember the ozone layer being such a big thing about, you know, the ozone layer, and
it's leaking or it's open.
Yeah, it's open and all that. And when did they discover that? In the 60s, when the astronauts thought that they felt it was thinning, and all the 60s. Now, how long has the Earth been around and has had changes and things go by it? And so we're gonna put everything in on that small amount of research done and compare to how long the Earth has been here. That's what I'm trying to say. Why I think this is pretty funny to watch everybody, moonwalk back on stuff that they've said and been so like, this is it.
Well, that's
this
why I
is
love
it.
technology. You can just say, hey, remember this, bro?
What do you mean? Remember what?
No, you bring back the statement. Because everything's recorded today.
True. That's true. That's true. And that's, you're right. And he's had to backstep on that. But, okay. I think that Jay Leno, speaking of Jay Leno and his commenting, before Jay Leno was so, you know, like the presidents, he spoke positively about a lot of presidents. And even with Obama, nobody was really touching him. Nobody was trying to
I like
do
how
anything.
you're taking advantage of Mark not being here.
No, it is not
I can
true.
smell it. I can
It
just
is
smell
not
it.
true. It
Mark,
is so
if you're
true.
listening,
He's listening and he's jumping up and down.
I
going
got
like,
Cindy's
I
new
should be
nickname.
there.
This is Cindy Cochran. Cindy the Agenda Cochran.
That is not true.
Always trying to work her way into everything, and
all I talked about was global warming. That's all I've talked about.
and cannabis.
Well, that's just because Colorado
That's
has
just fun.
been so stupid to do that. But in my opinion, and this is all just my opinion, of course. You know, I'm not saying that the station feels this way. You need to say one of those, like, the views of this.
Yeah, do not reflect the person.
Do not reflect, because our views are much more conservative.
I'll just tell people, like, oh, you know, he's like, that's Cindy. Like, yeah, she's smoking pot. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell people that.
Now, see, I'm so glad that you're not above lying or anything. That's great. You're so bad. But I was just talking about the influence that Leno has and all the, you know, the big late night talk shows. And when they're making fun of
That's what
the
they do. They're
administration.
comedians.
No, but they didn't touch him for a long time, and now they
definitely
can't
did.
help it. No, they did
People
not.
make fun of him.
Oh, they do not. They do not. He has got the media right there where he
No,
wants them.
I mean, I know the Daily Show. That guy makes fun of him all the time.
No, he has started to. He can't help it. I mean, he cannot. He just can't help it.
I mean, he's
so
been making fun of him since day one.
no, I guarantee you, if you look at the beginning of the show when Obama was elected, and then now. President Obama. I need to be respectful of the thing. I don't mean to just say Obama like
Well, you just wanted
we're
to
good
turn out the
friends.
way you wanted to.
No. I was hoping. I wanted him to be great. I wanted him to be good and to show everybody how far we've come and all that.
I got another nickname. You're no receipt, Cindy.
That is so wrong. That is so wrong. I can back up everything except for the little story I said about his vacation thing. Other than that, everything
Well, the worst
else
thing about
I
that
say,
is you introduced the whole conversation because of that. So basically, you set it up, and then you're like, "Oh, by the way, I lied about." But since we're on the topic,
Look,
we're on the topic, let me connect this.
a lot of the
That's the worst thing to do. What kind
That's
of
not true. That's how you get people's attention. Like he did. No, but I wanted
So
to talk
you use
about
deception and lies to get your points across.
Richard, hush, because I know it's not nice to say shut up, and I'd have to tell my grandchildren, I'm sorry I said that, and have to apologize to them. But if you would just,
It's all coming out now, Cindy.
Marguerite back. No, so anyway, there is the creepiest commercial on TV right now. I mean, the creepiest commercial. And I want you to listen to it. And if you haven't seen this yet, go on YouTube and look at it. Old Spice, they've got a whole new ad, Council. Okay, listen to this.
Oh, I didn't see it coming, but it came in a can. Now my sweet son's braid into a man.
Mine too, and hey, we know just who to blame.
When our sons have fun with women and misbehave.
Old Spice, braid a man on my son.
Now he's kissing all the women and his chores aren't done.
He was just my little sweetie, tiny fingers, hands and feeties. Now he's touching, kissing, feeling all the women because Old Spice
Braid a man on my son. Now he smells like a man, and they treat him like one.
Wow. And then they put the old whistling ending to it. They've got a lot of new commercials. The guy that's saying, look at me, look at the guy next to you, look at me, and he could be like me if he used Old Spice. That smell is so. Did they change the smell? Did they update the smell? I wonder. But if they're using the same Old Spice, that ain't gonna get it because it's too old school. It sounds.
I don't know. I get
smells too old
compliments on
school.
the aftershave.
You don't wear Old Spice.
Yeah, I do.
No, let me see. Let me see the receipt for the can that you bought. Where is it?
Yeah, I carry my receipts of my aftershave on me.
You don't wear
I'll
Old
bring you
Spice.
I'll bring you the bottles I have at home.
You do. Well, you'll get anybody's. You'll get your dad's. I bet your dad wears it.
So how do you want me to prove this to you?
Well, I'm not gonna smell your neck. It's okay.
Well, I haven't shaved.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, they have the stuff that you can still put on. It's the cologne.
I did aftershave. That's right.
Oh, the
That's
aftershave,
the only
okay.
Old Spice product I use.
Oh, okay. All right. Then yeah, I'll have to. You'll have to bring the bottle.
Well, what's cool about this commercial though, because you're a mother.
Yes.
That allows you to identify.
But
right? You do identify with that message. Your son's going into manhood, and there's nothing you can do about it.
But I wouldn't predicate it on him using Old Spice.
Well, no,
but it was.
that's the smart thing about the marketing campaign here, because that's true to anybody. That's right.
What's smart about the marketing campaign is that everybody's going to talk about, like we're talking about, and they go like, "Have you seen that commercial?" And it's blowing up on YouTube. But that lady, when the door closes and she's standing there, and
the video is creepy itself. But I'm talking about the message.
Right.
So can you give me an example when your son was growing into a man, and you're like, man, it was like when you first bought his first shaving kit, or?
And he used gray. What was that? Gray. The one that was real popular. Gray flannel? Was it gray flannel? How old are you? You're 27, right?
Yes.
Okay. What was popular when you were first started dating and stuff? What would you put on?
Shave?
Yeah. The cologne you'd put on. What would you put on?
There's different types. I have no idea.
Oh, sort of the real popular ones.
Probably some brand name like Polo or something like that.
Yeah. Polo. All those and guys never knew how to put that on. They just put it on way too much.
No.
JD's.
I went to school how to put on cologne.
JD's. You did?
I went to a gentleman's. It's part of Cotillion, and it was like, you ever heard of Cotillion?
Cotillion ball.
Yeah,
the
well, there
cotillion ball.
was something like you go to class, like basically how to eat properly and how to set a table and
Manners and stuff.
Yeah, and then you go. There's like for males, they had a certain class for one day about how to properly shave, how to wear cologne.
Where was this?
This was in Houston.
In Houston.
My mother signed me up, of course. I think I was like 13 at the time, 14.
That is great.
So I learned how to dance, and then I learned how to. We had dance cards and all that good stuff.
Richard,
I mean, it was old school. It was old school.
We need to have them on the show. That is so cool.
No, I liked it. An ironic thing was I didn't go to the dance at the end.
You did
because I couldn't make it.
It's like a little scene right out of Leave It to
So
Beaver.
I'm sitting here going to this thing for like 3 weeks.
Wow.
And then leading up to the big day, I'm like, oh, I can't go. I have to go see my brother. And then we're all going vacation. Something silly. And I'm like, why'd you even make me go to this school if I'm not going to go to? But it was all my friends. I think what it is, I went to a private school, and someone probably went to the private school, and it's like, hey, we want to offer your students this thing. And, of course, every mom is like, yeah, I need my kids to go do that. Because the ladies did other stuff. They did all how ladies sit, like with the dress and with
Cross
a
your
skirt.
legs,
and how to handle your body, like if you're on the ground, like how to put, it was interesting. I mean, some things you never think about, but it's all the little things.
That there is a manner for everything. There's some kind of rule for everything that you do, and when you're out in public. But now, do you look back on that and go like, how far you've come? And when you go out with a girl or something, do you?
Well, what's funny about it, like I feel bad when I stand up for a woman who comes to the table.
You feel bad?
Well, because no one else does it, so I'm the odd man out.
No,
and
but
then,
you
and
look.
Then you're the jerk. You're
no,
the
no,
jerk.
no, that's not
trust
true.
Me. No, I'm talking about from the male's perspective.
That's
like they
who
look
cares?
At you, they're like,
who
this
cares?
guy.
You're not dating them.
Yeah, no.
And not potential dates. But when a guy does that, or pulls the chair out, or opens the door, that is women love that. They love it. They really do. If a woman said to you, that really embarrasses me when you open the door for me and pull the chair, I can do that myself. I can do that myself. Now, I used to, Sam used to walk all the way around, open the door, and let me out of the car. I can't remember what year that stopped. That just, a lot of those things just stop when you've been married for so long. And they don't do that. But
what about, I would open a door if I was the first one by the door. But if we're coming from both ends, like different ends, I feel like it's okay that you can open your own door. But if we're walking together and your door's the first door, I'm gonna open it.
But would you open the car door for her?
Yeah, if it was we're on the same path and her door was the first door we encountered, yes. But if we're walking and then it's like, oh hey, we're on the opposite side of the car, I'm running over there. I'm not really that kind of person. Unless we're going on a date, I'm trying to make it extra special. Yeah.
A date that she knows that she's on.
Yeah.
And do you open do you pull the chair out?
Yes.
You do?
I'll let her sit first because typically what's funny about women I've noticed is they're really particular about where they sit, even though they don't say it. Mm-hmm. And especially if they have a boyfriend, like my friend's wives, I'm like, hey, where do you want to sit? Because I know if I sit down, I'm going to ruin. Because you can't sit across from your boyfriend or husband, or you can't sit next to him. So yeah, you always ask where the lady wants to sit first, just because you don't want to get yelled at.
Do you order for her?
No.
Okay. Well, because you ask what she'd like, and then you're the one that talks to the waiter.
It really depends on what's going on. Because I like to know if we want to order something together, because I'm always about trying new things. So it's like, if you want to order something together, let me know. I'm willing to try something.
Well, so far, it seemed like the school took on you.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Most of that stuff stuck. I mean, I forgot a little bit how to foxtrot, but that'll come back to me. It'll come back to me, and then I think there's 2 other styles of dances they taught us. It'll come back.
But did you go over attitude and how to be generous and letting the woman talk and listening to her?
It's the core. I mean, you kind of develop when you learn the core of it, of being a gentleman, what a gentleman is. And then it kind of, the rest of it falls into place.
So are you a lot different than you are from here when you go on a date? Are you a lot different when you go on a date? You think you're the same way?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want you to take that wrong or anything. No. I'm trying to figure that out. So that's interesting. I know there are a lot of girls that just thrive on someone who seems to be, on the surface, indifferent. They love that. They love that. Because that becomes a challenge to them, and they want to show that they can, turn you around. But I think it's interesting to talk about anyway. We got 3 till.
So we got to wrap up the show.
Okay, listen. we've got to break from this interesting conversation with Richard. And I want to talk about, because we keep the tradition going that we're going to leave with an encouraging word.
I agree.
And this may be the hardest thing for people to do, is to forgive. And forgiveness is a humongous part of the Bible and in God's plan. And in fact, that's why he sent his son to die on the cross for our sins, is that we could be forgiven, we be covered by his blood, and that we have conversation and a relationship with God. And so it's important for us to practice that. And when God said, you judge somebody some way, I'm going to judge you the same way. He's very explicit about forgiveness is everything. And in fact, if you won't condemn somebody in the first place, then you don't have to do so much forgiving. And I think that was important as well. But forgiveness is a difficult trait for us. We'll say, well, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget it. And it does make it difficult, and we are human, and that is a hard thing to do. But what we strive to do, if we don't condemn them in the first place, then you don't have to go through all that mess. But the hardest person to forgive is who?
Yourself.
That's right. It is hard to forgive yourself. And if you can get over that, if you'll figure out what's good about yourself and why you need to forgive yourself, you can be much happier. You can be a much happier person. So today, you need to let go of the stuff that you beat yourself up over, and that if you can do something about it, do something about it. But if you can't, then just forgive yourself, and you'll be happier. So we love you guys. We appreciate so much you listening, and thank you for being patient with me by myself. And I thank Richard for filling in all those spots that probably would have been dead if he hadn't been here. So Richard,
I always like talking about myself. So anytime, Cindy.
I'm so surprised. Okay, so you were listening to the Mark and Cindy Show, and Mark may be back tomorrow, so be sure and check in. And we do have archives, so you can go to YouTube and type in the Mark and Cindy Show and listen to our archives. You're on the Lone Star Internet Radio. It's a gorgeous day outside. Be happy and love somebody today, especially yourself. God loves you.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.